How many final bids can you have before your final bid is your final bid? I mean that seriously, because this is becoming a little bit ridiculous. There is another twist, another turn, and another up and down in the roller coaster that is the Manchester United takeover. Although it's not really a roller coaster, is it? It's more of a steady declining train. The Glazers are at the helm, and every Manchester United fan is all aboard, ecstatic and elated at the prospect of losing these people. However, their destination is not going to be to their liking, I fear. We are going to be having a look at this new information from Graham Bailey of 90 Min. They do some very good stuff, so go check them out if you like football. This is not sponsored whatsoever. If they would like to, that would be amazing, but this is not sponsored. Go check them out. They do some good stuff. Before we get into the article, I would just like to say that if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It only takes 2 seconds, so please, 2 seconds, just click, click, and we can move on. Thank you very much. Right, now, let us get into it. Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani has made a 5th and final bid. That's very interesting, because as I was just saying, your final bid was meant to be the last one. Yeah, that was your final bid, but no, okay. For Manchester United, sources have confirmed to 90 Min. Fantastic. Coming via his 9-2 foundation, Sheikh Jassim has made a new bid to purchase the club outright from current owners, the Glazer family, otherwise known as the most popular family in Manchester. But they don't reside in Manchester, do they? So it's not really, yeah, you know what I mean. They're an American, yeah, fine. The bid has been lodged with the Glazers and investment bank Rain Group, who have been managing the possible sale process throughout. Words are very important, people. Words are extremely important, especially when dealing with very intricate details. And this word, in particular, is something we really need to focus on. Possible. We're going to be coming back to it, because, not good. Sheikh Jassim's offer is the only bid for the club that would see them take 100% ownership of the club, and they have put a self-imposed deadline, interesting, of Friday to hear back from United about whether it's successful or not. Okay. Self-imposed deadline of Friday. Now, for anyone who doesn't know or isn't watching this on the day of release, the time of recording is Wednesday, or the day of recording is Wednesday, and Friday is in 2 days. So that's interesting. I suppose it's to try and take them seriously, but when you're making a final bid after your final bid, it just seems a little bit, yeah, I don't know. The current favourite to take control of the club is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, yes it is, via his Ineos group, whose proposal would see current co-chairman Avram and Joel Glazer remain on the board. This is the big sticking point for Manchester United fans who really do not want it. And I understand why. I really do. Ratcliffe's bid, whilst not for full control, does value the club higher than that of Sheikh Jassim, who has placed a price of £6 billion on the club. More money. The Glazers, who had originally announced last November they were considering more words, people, more words. We have this one and we have this one. Important words to remember. Considering selling the club and or seeking investment, have yet to confirm if there is a preferred bidder in the process. Interesting. The original deadline for the process was April 28th, but no decision has been made. But Ratcliffe's Ineos group are regarded by many to be the favourites, even in light of Sheikh Jassim's fresh bid. Very interesting. I mean, they're offering more money, essentially, so they're going to be the favourites. And also, they're keeping the 2 co-chairmen on the board. So, yeah, that's not surprising. Do I believe that this has any impact whatsoever on the decision that the Glazers will be taking? No. Why do I think that? Well, number one, it's not as high as Ratcliffe's bid. Number two, it's for 100% ownership of the business, of the club, of everything. And they want Joel and Avram Glazer out, whereas Sir Jim Ratcliffe is willing to keep them around for a little bit longer so that he can start to buy them out. And that would suit the Glazers a whole lot more. So that's more money and they get to stay. It's just 2 ticks, win-win, let's move on. But really, what do I actually think is going to happen? Well, what I actually think is going to happen is nothing. I don't think anything's going to change. And I've thought this for a while going through this process, just checking in and seeing what's going on. The Glazers don't have any reason to sell. Manchester United are back in the Champions League. They don't need to really do anything. And when you look at the words and the terminology, they've always said possible sale. They've never guaranteed they're going to let go. They've also even looked into having some kind of investment into the club. They've never really fully committed to selling. And so for that reason, and for their just vagueness around everything going on, I don't think they're going to sell at all. If anything, they might get some kind of outside investment, but that's not going to be anywhere near buying the club, which is increasing in value year on year based on just the model, the way all the clubs are growing, unless something absolutely catastrophic happens. Manchester United in 10 years will be worth more than it is now, and I don't see why the Glazers would want to get out. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Yes, you can argue that the fan, just general feeling around the club isn't good, but when have they ever cared about that previously? I'm not sure. And then you just think about all of the money they could get from the Champions League, all of the extra stuff, all of the extra revenues. There are TV deals to be renegotiated. It all just seems a little bit optimistic from a Manchester United fan point of view, I think. And in the end, I think they're going to be severely disappointed with the result. And that is that the Glazers will be here at Old Trafford for the foreseeable future. Let me know what you think of this article and how you see this all unfolding. Do you see Sheikh Jassim purchasing Manchester United for 100% of the club? Or do you see Sir Jim Ratcliffe entering? Or is there that final twist in the tail from the Glazers that they will stay after all? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Let me also know whether you're a Manchester United fan or not and how you're feeling about this, because I'd like to gauge the general reception on what's going on with this bid. But as far as I'm concerned, I think the Glazers are taking the fans for a ride, and it's not going to end pretty. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.